Welcome to the Stress Outlet. My name is Dr. Kimberly Quinn, and Giovanni is right there. Can you see him? It's like, where's Waldo? He's behind that tree over there by the wigwam. We are here. He and I want to kind of continue our conversation on, creating your new self. In order to create your new self, you've got to sever from the old self. I'm talking about the old thoughts, feelings, and behaviors, and really die to yourself. As a lot of people, like Wayne Dyer says that, Neville Goddard says, the great ones. Oprah in different ways has said the same thing. Brene Brown, is just listening to her talking about preparing your soul for what's next. I don't believe in accidents myself. I was just kind of thumbing through. I was posting some things, and that just popped up, and I haven't actually even listened to her in a while. And it was exactly what I needed to hear. So the thing is, once you kind of get on the track of really living deliberately, living the Mindcraft lifestyle, focusing on creating your own, the highest version of yourself, and aligning, really it's more like aligning with the highest version of yourself. The green lights just happen all over the place. You're like, wow, how did you know? That's exactly what I needed to hear. And that happens to me frequently. And in the last like 2 or 3 days, it's been like rapid fire. I mean, just boom, there it is. So that's what we're talking about, is turning on the green lights, turn on the light bulb. And so here's the thing, is once we're on the track of living that highest version of ourselves, we've got to really not just let go passively, but actually consciously decide to shift out of that old self, like a molting iguana skin. We talked about it, like leave it there. So an example, I use money example a lot because that was my own particular path. But it can be relationships. It can be, how come these guys or these same kind of dysfunctional women keep showing up in my life? Well, they're showing up in your life because you're putting it out there to have them show in your life. Now, I'm not saying that with judgment. This wasn't my path. But until we say, I'm done with the people pleasing, I'm done with the rescuing, and we don't want to attract it to say, like, I'm not going to think about that, I'm not going to people please anymore, because then you're just going to attract more of it. But just kind of wrap around yourself like a blanket of self-compassion. What I say is, I've outgrown that. Now, no thank you. And I say with gratitude, because those are all just shadows. Remember, the world's a mirror, mirroring what we're putting out there. I just say, okay, well, thank you for reminding me for how far I've come. I'm not interested in that anymore. I've outgrown that. You got to stay with it, because in the end, and we want to kind of live in the end, actually, the subconscious drives the bus. And roughly 95% of what we think, say, and do is exactly the same as it was yesterday, just in a different context. And so until we bring all that, like, kind of